brothers here.
Here we go. Where are my other people at? Well, I mean, it's so crazy because we all live in different parts of the world, so this is like the second opportunity, other than the North American Challenge, to actually be together in person. You know, we spend so many hours in game together, so being able to hang out together is just, oh, it's awesome. Let's go!
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
有这几天我们都是晚上一起研究那个新手机，还有战术，还有研究了其他战队的那些比赛视频。
And thankfully to PUBG Mobile, the campus championship that was held in India gave us the opportunity to come here, and we are really excited for the PMSC Global Finals, and we really hope we can win it.
이게 1회로 끝나는 게 아니라 2회, 3회 계속 이어질 수도 있으면 좋겠고, 저희뿐만 아니라 많은 전 세계 사람들이 이런 기회를 얻어서 좋은 경험을 해봤으면 좋겠습니다.
Saya suka PUBG Mobile!
Hey guys, it's me, Brendan, here for the PMSC, the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge in Dubai for the World Finals. Let's go ahead and go. It's the biggest frame in the world, and it looks so cool from the outside. Oh, and we're going really high. This is an amazing place to go if you just want to see all the sights, basically, of Dubai. I'm going to walk across. Attraction here is this, the VR park. Take a look at that, guys. That is insane. The birds drop. This might just be the main attraction. Okay, here we go. Me and these guys. We're okay. All right, guys. Well, my hair was blown back from that one, even if it wasn't real. Right outside the Dubai Mall. To show you guys this. Oh, I'm a broadcaster in Korea for PUBG. You know PUBG Mobile? Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Wow, that was a really incredible water fountain show. I've never seen anything like that. Definitely one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. Come on, give me a try. I've never done this before. It looks like it should be a lot of fun. Let's go try it out. All right, here we go. Up the sand. Can he do it? Oh, this is crazy. Woo! Okay. The camera. The camera. The weather just so amazing, and wow, we do have the Burj Al Arab. If you come down to Jumeirah Beach, you can take pictures, you can enjoy the water and the sand. I would highly recommend it. Finally finished our Dubai tour, and we've made it to the front of the festival arena, as you can see right here. for the PMSC Finals. The best teams from around the world joining together at the World Finals here for PUBG Mobile Star Challenge. It's right in front of the building that's going to be holding your festival here for PMSC World Championships here in Dubai. Are you guys ready to get going? It's a tiny world within your hands. PMSC with PUBG Mobile, and it's a tiny world within the world here at Dubai. Oh yeah, I almost got him. PUBG Mobile Star Challenge.
The new Galaxy Note 9 has more power than you need. Like a remote control for a phone. Why would you... Oh, that's why. The new Galaxy Note 9. It's got more power than you need until you need it.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here as we get things going, and we are going to have our final game of day number 1. I was just checking over my notes to make sure everything's right and precise. To my left-hand side, I have Powerbang as well as Seven Wheels Gaming, and together we're going to bring you all of the action from our final game of the day, as well as what's coming the next 2 days. And let's go back for a moment. Let's take a step back and talk about some of the happenings in our previous game, of course. We did see Wildcard try and gain a little bit of traction, a little bit of momentum, but that was furiously swept aside by RRQ very quickly after they gained a little bit of it.
It was. RRQ extremely impressive last game, really kind of taking it to a lot of people. We saw the Chinese teams again, like 1, 3, and 4, I think, or excuse me, 2, 3, 4. Just crazy performance across the board at the top of the slate. I want to see a little bit more from some of the North American teams, from some of the European teams. Hero get eliminated out in the boats. Yeah. Cloud9 kind of got in trouble again pretty early. I would like to see them kind of get into a position of strength a little bit later on in the game.
And we kind of saw that a little bit too, right? With Gangstars just getting knocked off super early there in game number 2, and in game 3 at least being able to go ahead and secure a fit spot. So it is possible. It's definitely something that they can do, but we want to go ahead and see a little bit more of that, especially from other teams that are actually kind of like knocking on the door. They need to go ahead and step it up a little bit more.
Big Russian Bot would be a great example of that. They finished pretty well, 5th and 6th place quite a few times, but again, not as many kills as some of these other teams. They really got to step up the placement and or start really slaying out.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of our Western representation, there are some of the teams that we thought might be able to really step up and do well. Teams like Big Russian Ball, teams like Cloud9, etc. from North America, and obviously the team Hero from Europe as well. But so far, it's been a bit of a struggle, and I'm sure that, again, there's plenty more to be playing for. For now, though, let's hear from even more teams here that are going to be competing to become world champion.
接受采访的时候比较紧张，因为害羞。大家好，我叫陈林航，然后游戏 ID 是 CPT 航，然后职业是主播。
Hello， 我叫陈雨桐，我是 CPT 的流苏，年龄是21岁，职业是一名主播。
大家好，我叫唐红，然后我的 ID 叫 CPT762，我的职业是职业选手。
大家好，我叫王世海，游戏 ID 是 CPT17，然后我是今年19岁。
后面几把发挥的不是很好，然后当时我们就觉得可能有点悬了，但是最后积分出来的时候，突然来了一个惊喜，我surprise。
信心肯定有的，但是还是要看实力还有运气。我们战队的优势就是枪挺准的吧，然后就喜欢跟别人打架，就谁打我们一下，我们就要打谁一下。
就是比赛中的话，一般队伍为了名次就是会打得比较猥琐一点，就不敢打架。但是我们队伍的话，在比赛中就是比较敢打，然后观察气会比较强。
我最喜欢的武器是 Scar， 因为 Scar 我感觉他声音好听。
最喜欢的武器是格斗掌，因为伤害特别的高，然后射速也特别快，我们近战打起来的时候胜算比较高。
海岛自然图最喜欢的点就是机场，因为物资挺多的，而且我们精彩的这个点就是 过这个点。
这个只是表面吧。我们打比赛的时候会展现不一样的很多。采访的时候我们会比较少说话，然后比赛的时候我们不会。
我们是通过那个亚洲德山一战的时候被泰国队，然后被他们围下来的时候，
我们可能当时因为最后几把没有打出自己的风格，打得太保守了。
做好自己应该做的，然后都为自己队伍做点贡献吧。
打好自己的，然后多跟队友沟通，然后尽力实力。
CPT 加油！
Я из России, город Печора, Республика Коми, работаю на железной дороге.
Меня зовут Женя, я живу в городе Конотоп, Украина. Игровой никнейм мой Аркси.
Здравствуйте, меня зовут Арам, я из Санкт-Петербурга. Меня зовут Оскар, я из Алматы, из Казахстана.
Первая такая большая заграничная поездка. И здесь климат, конечно, очень сильно отличается от нашего. У меня на родине сейчас очень холодно, минус, а здесь тепло и очень уютно.
Ну, она охватывает, наверное, основные аспекты, в принципе, жизни человека. Ты должен что-то добыть, ты должен выжить, ты должен бороться.
Да, конечно, хочется показать, что способен, так сказать, сделать максимум, который получится, но при этом также стоит учитывать, что здесь профессиональных игроков и тех, кто реально хорошо умеет играть в PUBG, намного больше, чем было на прошлом турнире, и это будет сделать намного сложнее.
Всем, кто верит и болеет за нас, всем привет, ребята. Держим кулачки, мы будем рвать.
Друзья, болейте за нас так, как вы болели за нас на европейском турнире, и мы постараемся снова сделать это возможным.
ผมหนุ่มหรือวัชรากรที่อังกฤษชื่อในเกม Echo Gen C อายุ 23 ทำอาชีพเป็นบุ๊กเคเตอร์ครับสวัสดีครับผมนายเมธาพงศ์สุรภาอาชีพการศึกษาอยู่มหาวิทยาลัยกรุงเทพครับชั้นปีที่2ครับชื่อนายสุนบุญยงครับทำอาชีพเป็นนักกีฬาอีสปอร์ตภายใต้สังกัด Illuminate ครับสวัสดีครับชื่อโจนะครับชื่อในเกมมารูนไฟนะครับอยู่อาชีพภายใต้สังกัด Illuminate Esport นะครับชอบนักร้องครับผมนักร้องมารุนวงมารุนไฟครับผมร้องเพลงแต่ไม่หลับตาได้เจ้าหลับตาเห็นหรอมองได้มองได้ รู้สึกดีนะครับเพราะว่าทางทีมงานเทนเซ็นหรือซัมซุงเนี่ยต้อนรับพวกเราดีมากนะครับไม่ว่าจะเป็นเรื่องที่พักหรือว่าเรื่องความรู้สึกที่ได้มางานนี้นะครับก็รู้สึกดีใจครับแล้วก็เหมือนได้มาหาประสบการณ์ใหม่ๆด้วยครับจากตัวแทนประเทศไทยครับรายการ BTNC ได้อันดับชนะเลิศอันดับที่1ในประเทศไทยครับสำหรับตัวโจ๊กของทีมเรานะครับผมก็ต้องยกให้หัวหน้าทีมของเราเลยเพราะว่าเขาเป็นคนที่พูดตลกปล่อยมุกตลอดนะครับผมแล้วก็สร้างสถานการณ์ให้สนุกแล้วก็คอยยับยั้งอารมณ์น้องๆทุกคนครับผมทีมผมทั้ง4คนเก่งทุกคนครับแต่ละคนมีจุดเด่นในทีมแต่ละคนไม่เหมือนกันผมจะเป็นคนคอยดูน้องอีก3คนที่ผลเล่นเกมนี้ก็เพราะเป็นเกมโลกทีมใช้ทีมเวิร์กมากกว่าการมีทีมเวิร์กครับผมแล้วก็สิ่งที่สำคัญคือการใช้สมองในการเล่นเพราะว่าต่อให้คุณเล่นเก่งแค่ไหนคุณเล่นไม่ใช้ความคิดคุณก็โดนยิงได้นอกจากทีมไทยแล้วก็มีทีมที่น่ากลัวหลายทีมเช่นเกาหลีอินเดียก็ถ้าชนะได้อันดับ1เนี่ยก็ส่วนหนึ่งก็จะเอาไปให้แม่ครับผมแล้วก็เก็บไว้เป็นค่าทุนการศึกษาของเราด้วยกระโดดลืมตัวเรียกโทรศัพท์อะไรอย่างนี้ก็ได้อะไรอย่างเงี้ยกระโดดแบบดีใจว่าได้แชมป์อะไรอย่างเงี้ย Illuminate Fantasy Future
안녕하세요. 저는 갤럭시 두두 아이템스 운영한 이관입니다. 팀 갤럭시
갤럭시의 갤럭시 그루브라는 아이디를 쓰고 있는 이호균이라고 합니다.
갤럭시 히스라는 아이디를 쓰고 있는 김덕관이라고 하고요. 갤럭시 콩이라는 아이디를 쓰는 김정입니다.
아기가 태어난 지 이제 4개월밖에 안 된 상황이라서 와이프 혼자서 아기를 봐야 되기 때문에 걱정들이 앞섰는데 흔쾌히 보내줘서 기쁜 마음으로 참가할 수 있게 되었습니다.
살아남아야 한다는 긴장감, 그만큼 최후의 생존자가 됐을 때 PR
모든 게이머들이 공정한 조건에서 실력을 거둘 수가 있기 때문에 그같이 이제 시간이 좀 모자란 직장인들도 충분히 즐길 수 있는 게임이라고 생각해서
태국에 있는 RIQ라는 팀이 플레이를 되게 부드럽게 잘 풀어나간다라고 생각을 했어요. 아무래도 코리아팀, 한국팀들이 가장 경기가 많이 됐고요. 유럽의 선수는 제가 봤을 때 리퍼라는 검색 선수가 가장 이력이 될 것 같습니다. 비스타 경기에서는 되게 활약을 하셨던데 세계 대회에서는 아마도 저한테 빨리 죽지 않을까 생각을 합니다. 파이팅하세요.
여기서 꼭 좋은 성능에서 상금 탈 테니까 그걸로 맛있는 거 먹읍시다. 사랑한다.
돌아가게 되면은 좀 더 잘하고 풍성이로 내가 좀 더 많이 볼 수 있도록 노력할게. 항상 사랑해. 고마워.
갤럭시!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, that's what we need more of. We need more of Maroon 5 singing. I'm needing that in my life.
100%.
That's right. We're going to be getting on to the final game here in just a few moments' time for day number 1. And overall, coming in, it's very clear that our Chinese teams have proved that they are very top of the mountain so far. Can they continue that momentum? And what do you want to see changed up from some of these other teams here at the tournament? Because right now, they are being ran away from quite considerably.
Right off the bat, just some teams not being aggressive enough. We saw with the terror squad from India, they're just not being aggressive. When they are actually aggressive, they can actually get some kills, but then they get knocks and they just pretty much wait and then they run away. I don't understand that gameplay. They want to go ahead and just push. If you see the other team hurt, pretty much like how we saw GTW, they saw 2 players were down, a car came out of nowhere and just destroyed the squad. Even though one of their players got knocked down, they were able to go ahead and pick them up. So the terror, I want to go ahead and see them from India just pretty much pushing the action a little bit more and seeing what they can do.
Definitely. A little bit more decisive and team gameplay, I think, from a lot of the other squads that are not the Chinese squads. You're seeing a lot of kind of fragmented individuals getting knocked by themselves, a little bit away from their team, and then immediately getting finished. I think sticking together a little bit more, playing a little bit more decisively, rotating a little bit earlier, and trying to secure those positions so they're not trying to get into a zone with a squad like LH Douyu, gunning them down, essentially trying to get in.
Well, briefly, we just saw a team, big Russian bot, and overall, they are one of the teams that's quietly been doing pretty well here throughout the tournament.
Yeah, they haven't had any disappointing finishes so far. They've done pretty well consistently. Big Russian bot hasn't secured a ton of kills, but they also haven't been quiet either. Again, they're going to be looking to put some up on the board here as the tournament continues.
Yeah, they're definitely being sneaky. You don't really see much from them, but they're being consistent, and that's really, really good in tournaments like this. And as we see there, Galaxy, pretty much Galaxy just not really sure what they're going to go ahead and do in these next couple matches. More than likely, we're going to go ahead and see some of these teams that might be towards the bottom trying to at least push the action because it is going to be the last game from day 1.
Well, what I want to see, though, out of this last game is I want to see a non-Chinese winner for this game because somebody, nothing against the Chinese team, somebody else needs to make a statement here in order to climb their way up the ranks in order to have a shot at getting one of those top 3 spots.
Maybe Thailand can continue on, maybe.
RRQ Athena would be a great pick for that as they are sitting just out of 3rd place right now, down in 4th.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, Team Galaxy, in the previous interview that we just saw, was one of the teams that said, RRQ, we're coming for you, which is a big statement considering what we just saw from RRQ7.
It is. They're definitely going to have to maybe want to push the action right from the get-go as soon as they land. If not, if they're given enough time to loot up, kind of like as we've seen with LH Douyu, you're just not going to be able to take teams on like that.
Yeah.
They're getting to the safe zone first. They're pretty much they're playing the most perfect game, but they're not able to get a win. That's something I also want to go ahead and see. It's LH Douyu or maybe GT Douyu. Can they go ahead and get a win? We're seeing consistency, but I want to go ahead and see some wins from those teams.
One of the things that we're seeing as well is like just not split drops, essentially. People being split away from their teammates. So if they're together, they'll have an opportunity to push and finish squads early.
Circles have been very, very generous to people as well. Not that many hard shifts compared to what we used to for some of the regionals. But thank you very much, gentlemen. It's time to get into our final game of the day here. The final game for people to rack up points of the day going into day number 2. Gentlemen, take it away.
I bet we're about to see an airplane. I just have a feeling. Here we are headed into game number 4, though, and there is the plane headed into the arena right now. We're going to be dropping a nice little care package for everybody.
That definitely never gets old, that it looks just so freaking cool. And once again, this is sponsored by Samsung Galaxy Note 9. I actually been using mine to take pictures here with the audience, and I've been posting them on Instagram, so definitely go ahead and check that out with Samsung Galaxy Note 9. And let's see this plane path, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, right down the middle. Looking like a, what is that, a west to east plane path here, right down the middle. And we've got some people jumping early. It looks like BRK again heading to the same exact spot, going to Watertown once again. Very comfortable to loot up in a very familiar scenario. And it looks like Gangstar's heading to their comfortable North Georgia pool spot as well. We've got teams kind of heading to, again, back to their roots, kind of getting comfortable. And you're going to see hopefully some action early as they're going to start dropping on top of each other, more than likely.
And to be honest, that's something I actually want to go ahead and start seeing a lot more of, just teams landing where they're comfortable with. It seems at the beginning there, some teams were just really uncomfortable, and actually we're getting some knocks right off the bat. I'm not able to see their name there, but there is people getting knocked. Everybody landing super close by. I cannot tell that name. KWC
Korea Winter Chickens, they're taking down Evos. Holy cow, that's a huge turn of events there. Let's see if they can actually get finished off. That has to be on the West Coast somewhere. We don't exactly know where those guys are at, but again, Caviera looting his way through Watertown, similar to Baraka last game.
Definitely. They pretty much, BRK, this is, from what it looks like, they're going to go ahead and keep on landing here no matter what. And it seems like nobody's going to challenge them, so might as well just keep on doing it as he's able to go ahead and get an AKM right there. But Evo's getting two players
down, yeah.
2 members down this early in the game. You definitely don't want to go ahead and see that. So more than likely, they are not going to try to play so aggressive and go for placing a little bit more. As well as the AKM here. And another thing I want to go ahead and mention, they don't really get that much really good loot in this area, but they still keep going to it. I wonder why. I wonder if it's maybe because nobody's challenged them, but every single time they just go into this spot right here in Watertown, Venice, whatever you want to call it, Atlantis.
Part of it is the availability of a vehicle. They go across the street, they send one member to grab that car, and that gives them portability and mobility, being able to move around the map. You see CPT here also trying to move it south a little bit. They look like they're going to be heading down to military base potentially on this motorcycle.
Taking full advantage of that motorcycle. We see some teammates just picking them up, and look at this. Talking about the terror squad, they do have somebody nearby. They currently don't have any weapons, or at least this player doesn't have any weapons. Amit. So more than likely, he's going to go ahead and try to loot up as soon as possible. And I want to see, can they bring up the little action, as somebody from the Japanese team is currently very low on health. Luckily for him, he just found a med kit there.
Looks like they looted up. They found several cars and brought them all the way to Severny, and it looks like the Terror Squad did the exact same thing. So coming in from different sides of Severny, ultimately, we'll see if they do meet. Terror Squad definitely needs to take that fight and try to get some kills racked up early to get some momentum going.
Yeah, I'm sure the Terror Squad there, they want to go ahead and just let a statement there from India and let them know, hey, we're here. Namaste, baby. We're here to win some, all right? So I'm looking forward to see what they're going to go ahead and do. Now they have the guns. They got the DP-28. Once again, I'm seeing that actually a lot from Terror Squad. They are using the DP-28 every single match, no matter what. At least one of their players are going to be carrying it, which is good, especially if they're going up against vehicles, because that thing just shreds vehicles.
It's really interesting that they find them so early as well. I don't ever find DPs that early in the game as frequently. These guys are every single game. They've had multiple players with DPs, and that's a really, really solid gun.
Usually when I spawn, all I get is just a pistol. And I'm pretty sure you people currently watching at home, let us know in the comments, are you that type of player where you pretty much just land and all you can find there for like the first minute is just a pistol? And look at this. Arab
He's going to snipe with the shotgun there.
Vandy Fendi getting some shots there on Arab Madness, one of their players. Fendi actually starting to rotate around. Great plays here by
What
Fendi.
happened? Fandi's teammates left her. Exclusive took off in the car. I think they had a buggy and left a couple behind. I think they're out trying to search for other cars. Arab Madness King was laying in the road, I believe, going prone, and watched that car drive off. And now Fendi able to light him up as he gets back to the house.
Fendi in full send, part of the fan favorite picks. And look at her. She's trying to move around. She's going to be able to get him. She's actually starting to shoot at the car. Interesting place there by her, as she doesn't really have that much cover. All she has is a bush. If she gets seen through that, you're going to get knocked out. But Arab Madness, I don't think they currently have the arsenal to take into that fight.
Maybe not. Fendi with the scar, rocking the scar, has a health kit as well, so she can heal up if necessary. But again, comfortable to find a bush, hide in it, and then ultimately make her escape. She does find the buggy here, and is going to try to go meet up with her team.
Probably let them know, why did you leave me by myself over there? Oh, and look at this. Talking about the terror squad, one of them got knocked down. Actually, they traded Knox.
We'll see if that deters them now. Will they shy away now from the fight? Or are they going to try to position, get, a little bit aggressive here and take on the Japanese squad? Both of those teams need to start making a performance, really making something happen here to get up those rankings.
Yeah, pretty much. Will the trend continue? We see them try to be aggressive, and as soon as one of their members goes down, what a grenade! My goodness, that was a beautiful grenade by them. Now, this is what we're talking about. They have one player down. They have all of their teammates up. What are they going to go ahead and do here? Are they going to go ahead and push? And as we're seeing here, they are starting to throw the Molotovs. This will be a perfect scenario if he has anything else, just to go ahead and maybe push. But he has to watch out, because Nugi from Japanese team is right there. Meanwhile, the terror squad is just holding back.
Doggy out on the flank, trying to hold these guys down. Terror squad again holding back. They had the fresh knock, and then they had one that just got back up and was low HP. But again, choosing not to take advantage of the situation, letting them basically heal up, get back into the fight, and they're going to have to go at them again once they're all back to full health.
We have seen that backfire previously, and look at this place right here by the Japanese team, starting to flank around, trying to get different angles on them, and they are actually currently getting distracted by that, which they have to be careful, because the Japanese team is now starting to rearrange themselves inside that building.
Yeah, that UAZ definitely drew some attention, and it's caused the terror squad to rethink their position and start to rotate around to regroup. And you see that buy some time for the Japanese squad to get out of the house, jump out, and now they're going to rotate around. Nanitou, though, he might be in some trouble here if he lurks for too long. He's got his vehicle exposed. It could be disabled very easily. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the map right now to see the zone, as it has moved to the western side of the map and has shaded a little bit north as well.
And LHW going once again noble by themselves. Nobody challenging them. Pretty much being able to go ahead and just loot up, take their time, no worries whatsoever. Maybe the only time they might have to worry is just crossing the bridge and somebody being in Milltop, but besides that, they're just going to be able to loot up, get maybe everything level 3 out of their minds, and then just go on and start destroying people.
Absolutely. We've got Anand has Doggy pinned down, and Doggy is going to be trying to escape that place. These squads both seem to want to take the fight, though. Both have had opportunities to leave, and look at that, the UMP on Anand. He had a great angle on one of them, but the UMP able to take him down over the row of houses, and Nanitou at this point is going to regroup with his squad, and they'll figure out if they want to push the action at this point with one man down.
And it seems that's exactly what they're going to go ahead and do. You're starting to see rearrange. This is what I'm talking about. The Japanese team knows they have them hurt. They're going to go ahead and start pushing. This is what I was hoping the terror squad from India would have done earlier. The grenade there.
Wow.
Amid gets taken now with a beautiful grenade.
And now they've got 2 players down, and Japan is on the offensive. They are going to be hitting the terror squad very hard. One finish there, Anand going down, Nanitou getting the finish, and now they've got 2 players pinned in a building. They know where they're at, and it's a 4v2 situation.
And another player just from the terror squad, absolutely so far away from that gunfight. He's trying, I believe he might be just trying to find a vehicle here. An interesting place here by him. Using
he's trying to bait him out. If he can get him out on the ledge here, Torpedo can pop up and take him down. Might be able to turn the tide here.
Torpedo does have the M16 there. He could go ahead and use it reverse. And look at this, C9, Cloud9 currently going up against KWCD. Can they go ahead and win this gunfight here? We have seen them actually choke some of the gunfights earlier. It looks right now that they are being able to go ahead and take the advantage, as KWCD is currently going down. There's 1 player left. And ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Kodo being able to go ahead and finish them off as Cloud9 Rolex and Kodo by themselves taking on a full squad. I'm loving that.
That was a very risky decision, again, to split drop like that. Sam and Carnage off elsewhere. But again, it pays off for Cloud9 here as Rolex and Kodo 2v4 against the Korea Winter Chicken Dinner. Able to take them out, wipe them off the map, and that's really, really good for Cloud9 as they're able to pick up 4 kills early as well as continue to loot 2 different locations with their squad.
And while we were away with that, it looks like there's just one player left from the Terror Squad. Keep in mind, the Terror Squad had the advantage at one point. They had a player down from the Japanese team. They decided not to push, being passive, something that honestly we have pointed out throughout the whole day. They keep being too passive. They need to push a little bit more. They need to stop being so scared and just show up a little bit. Be more confident in yourselves there.
There's your total rankings right there. We can check the bottom half of those top 10. You can see KWCD out early this game. That's going to drop them from the 10th spot. Gangstars, Bigatron, we've got those guys in at 9 and 8. We got Big Russian Bot, again, finishing pretty consistently. And then the tie teams at number 4 and number 6. And also number 5 with the Evo's Burnout. So, yeah, basically China, then Thailand, and then everybody else right now.
Look at this. Team 12 Wildcard, Team 13 Cloud9. They definitely want to go ahead and get better places.
Ooh, look at this guy. Impressive.
All right. I like it. Get in the car, please. That's what he's going to go ahead and tell his teammates as he's getting around there. But he has to watch out because BRK is still in Watertown. Actually, they have a car themselves, so he doesn't even have to worry. Interesting place to actually loot. You don't usually see this place being looted right off the get-go, but I'm actually surprised that they're doing this.
He's going to take his car with him up to the castle and park it up there. I haven't seen that a whole bunch of times, but we do have a crate called in, and we've got an AWM Grossa combination in there, and that is a pretty lethal combo. I'd love to see some of these guys with their aiming abilities with the Grossa. Oh man, that could be scary.
A favorite from everybody, especially the AWM. That thing is just so lethal. If you're able to get a headshot on somebody, more than likely that is going to be a knock no matter what. And that's exactly what he's doing. Tortsy says, you know what? This is an AWM that I actually want. I'm going to go ahead and drop whatever I was carrying there. And I believe he also picks up the Grossa, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's got a full crate loadout right now, and that makes him a pretty scary player. We'll see how, if he gets an opportunity to use that later on. And then we got some sort of little dance going on. Torty here, doing a little crouch.
Oh, look at this team
brought him the Grossa. I like it. He's like, yo, I'll take that, bring it in. You can have my AK.
Hey, it happens. Pretty much what we're saying earlier in the day is that teams are going to go ahead and just play with what they're comfortable with. And if he knows that he's not comfortable with that Grossa, he's not going to go ahead and use it. And LH, do you? As you can see here, before they even move up, they're just going to go ahead and get out, scout that area by the bridge, and then actually go ahead and move forward. Interesting plays there by them.
They're way out in the blue zone right now, so they know that it's not likely that they're being camped, but they're still taking the time to be cautious, to check that, because you never know, especially when there is a known drop location like Novorodnoye from LH Doyu. You don't want to get caught being too cocky, like, oh, there's no one there, and then come across and they get blown up. But they do check it first, make it across with no issue, and now they'll head on to the zone. All of these guys pretty low on health. Hopefully they don't wreck their vehicle.
Yeah, and something to point out there is that every single one of those players are in their own vehicle. So if they were to go actually up against the squad, that could be a huge disadvantage for them, because you cannot drive a vehicle and shoot at the same time.
You got RRQ Athena here taking on one of the crates. Fandy exclusive look on from the nearby compound as Full Send is trying to prevent RRQ from taking it. But unfortunately they failed to do so. Senior is going to grab the AWM and head on up the mountain once again. It looks like the Full Send team
just waiting patiently.
They're content to take those yellows and hang out in the shack down there and just wait for the zone, see what happens.
Fan favorite team just saying, you know what, we don't want to go ahead and engage there, and I believe Fandy is now with them. So the full squad is together, ladies and gentlemen, and they're just going to go ahead and play it safe. They're not going to go ahead and move anywhere at this point. And it's exclusive with that AKM, just waiting for somebody to go ahead and pick through that window. Interesting stuff here, as they're just going to go ahead and wait it out, which is completely fine. You know, they want to go ahead and make sure that they last a little bit longer there towards the end.
There's something to be said for grabbing a good position early and seeing what happens. So, here we go, RRQ pushing up. They found GT Doyu out in the middle of ruins. Interesting spot for GT Doyu here. Not sure if they're caught mid-rotation or if they were just camping that little ridge side.
Something they definitely want to go ahead and watch out, but they don't even want to engage. They just say, you know what, let's go ahead and just leave them there. And look at this. RRQ is now going to go ahead and start going up against Wildcard. This is going to definitely get crazy, because GT Doyu still has some shots on RRQ, so if they could, RRQ